I was 16, a junior in high school. Our building had 3 floors, still not enough, so 2 extra classrooms were carved into the basement. No windows, no intercoms, just cold air conditioning, silent halls, and the kind of darkness that makes you feel watched. Everyone called it the chamber. Astronomy class was down there. Easy quizzes, slow days. I finished early, texted my friend JJ in the room next door, and told him to meet me in the basement bathroom. We joked around, whispering, killing time until JJ checked his phone. Lockdown. We looked at each other, excitement replacing logic. No teachers had seen us leave. Free roam during lockdown? Why not? We pushed open the basement door and immediately froze. The entire main floor was blacked out. Only faint light from the lobby kept the darkness from swallowing the halls. Something was wrong. Lockdowns never turned the lights off, JJ whispered. Who's that? A figure stepped out from the shadows, not a teacher, not anyone who belonged there. His clothes were ragged, filthy. A total stranger. We sprinted back downstairs and dove into the bathroom, killing the lights. The room turned into a coffin-dark box. No noise, just our breathing, shaky and loud. The bathroom door creaked open. Footsteps, slow, heavy, getting closer, breathing not ours ragged. Right outside the stall, JJ leaned in to whisper stupid. Loud in a room that silent, crawled to the other stall. The breathing stopped. A hand pressed the stall door, then bang. The door rattled violently. We scrambled under the divider stall to stall, hearts detonating in our chests. We burst out the other side, flipped on the lights for a split second. The man was in the corner staring. We ran. JJ's classroom door cracked open. The teacher dragged us inside, locking it instantly. JJ stammered, saying he'd seen a gun in the man's pocket. Kids weren't laughing, they were pale, terrified. Then the banging started. The man stood at the small window on the door, watching us twisting the knob, pounding harder, angrier. Then he walked away, footsteps fading into silence. We stayed trapped in that room for over an hour. When it was finally over, cops escorted us outside. We gave descriptions, tried to stay calm. But inside, I knew if he caught us in that bathroom, we'd be dead. After that day, the school filled the halls with cameras, but the man was never in the news. We never learned if they caught him. I'm a retired New Jersey police officer. 20 years on the job, and one call still haunts me. A middle school went into lockdown after a man was seen leaving a white van and slipping inside through the locker room entrance. When I arrived, the van was empty and locked. The school was pitch black. Storm clouds outside swallowing the daylight. The front office whispered one thing: he may be armed. Inside the locker room, I could hear it soft tapping, scratching, the faint ring of metal on metal. But every time I moved, the sound moved to always just out of reach. The air vents hissed overhead like something breathing. Suddenly slam, a locker door somewhere deeper inside. I crept forward, flashlight in one hand, gun in the other. I finally shouted, "Police!" A voice muffled screamed back, "Help!" A boy, locked inside a football locker. I called for backup and ran for the exit to get help. When I returned outside, the white van was gone. I'd let it slip away. We unlocked the locker. The kid was cut, bleeding. The man had held a knife to him, probably trying to drag him outside unnoticed. A week later, they found the van in a 7-Eleven parking lot and arrested the man responsible. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I was seconds later. Months later, another case. I was staying alone at a Hampton Inn near Rowan University, thinking about enrolling for college. After dinner, I relaxed in my room until alarms began blaring and a white light flashed from the ceiling. A voice repeated through a speaker, "All guests remain in your room." This is a lockdown. It felt strange. Hotels don't have lockdowns, right? The alarm eventually stopped, but the light kept flashing. I was about to call the front desk when the phone rang first. A woman's voice trembling, "Remain calm and walk out of your room." Right now, confused, I asked why. Her next words froze my blood. "There is someone in the room with you." I dropped the phone, slowly scanned the room. Empty bathroom, empty under the bed. My eyes drifted to the closet door slightly open. Inside the dark crack, a face stared back at me. The door slid shut. I bolted out of the room, sprinting to the lobby. Staff showed me the cameras. A man had been wandering the halls, entering rooms with a stolen card. He'd been in mine for over an hour watching. Police dragged him out in handcuffs later that night. He looked straight at me as they passed, like he knew me, like he'd been waiting.